I left work Friday and decided to go to New Brunswick. Seriously. Uh, yeah, just left work and said, I'm going to go northeast as far as I can go. And then I turned around and said, oh, I should probably bring my passport just in case. Because, I don't know, I'm going to the Canadian border, and what if there's a road I want to take? And then little did I know that all of a sudden, by the next morning I was in New Brunswick. So I created this little compilation video, 21 minutes long or so. This is Mount Catinda. It's the highest mountain in Maine. It's the start of the Appalachian Mountain Trail. You can see in the background there in the clouds. I got a picture of that. This is my first time with a transcontinental seat and top box and the BMW bag.
I should probably not be driving these last 70 miles or so. Up here, we're in moose and deer country.
So I wanted to get to Caribou, Maine. I ended up getting to Howden, Maine, which is where the Canadian crossing is. Caribou would have been a backtrack on Saturday morning. But yeah, I mean, stock light, dark.
I didn't tell you what we're doing yet. We're going to we're in Howden, Maine, on the border. I was gonna go to Caribou last night. It's been there 40 miles, and I just would have, I may have hit a deer or a moose if I had kept trying to push through. So I stopped that. But R18 and I, Oreo, is going to. We're crossing the border. We're going to the Acadia Peninsula in New Brunswick today, and then we'll come back to almost the border, and we'll stay at a park. $10 Canadian for a tent site at the Provincial Park Republic, New Brunswick. So I'll send you some clips throughout the day if I see anything pretty. Trying to keep this video less than 20 minutes. Let's start our day.
We are going to Canada. Woohoo!
This may be my first time in New Brunswick, but if it's not, it's my first time in the northeastern part of New Brunswick. So basically drive east all the way out to the edge, peninsula, northern side.
Bye, America. Alright, gotta turn the GoPro off. Oh, and the navigation's broken again. You guys see that? How fast it comes and goes? Bullshit. Well, added to the list. The R18 does not convert to kilometers an hour. The GS doesn't do it either. So if you buy a GS or an R18, presumably, in Canada, you can convert it to miles per hour. In settings, I can change to liters of usage, PSI versus bar, and Celsius versus Fahrenheit, but I cannot change MPH to kph. Isn't that bullshit? BMW, come on! So I gotta basically guess what the speed is the entire time.
And I couldn't get over the scenery. It was just so beautiful. I mean, you're talking miles and miles of just trees.
Woo! Finally above 60.
The ride out east, loads of trees, very flat. There's a moose crossing sign like every 3 kilometers. So if this is it. I mean, this is most of the rides. I think it was I did 500 miles in New Brunswick, like 300 out and 250 back to Quebec. But this is pretty much what you've seen so far is pretty much it for the 500 miles. I enjoyed it, but, moose are everywhere.
Oh, you know what's so funny? Like, when people are, like, wondering why I bought the R18, it's because they know me. They know I like taking roads like this. My favorite thing, especially driving a good brake. But, you know, it's not conducive to this kind of riding. There's this goddamn covered bridge. Oh. What do you think, guys? We're going for it. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. Ooh. Oh, we gotta turn around. I can't stay on this forever. Alright. People are like, this is when Adam drops it. Guaranteed. You know, you might be right. You might be right. It's just, it's only a 900-pound bike. Woo! It's such a low ground clearance too that like like if you look at it's just not, you don't have a lot of margin for error there. I gotta get a photo though. Man, this is the kind, like if I was in the GS, I would be just like, whoa, where does this go? I mean, there's like an old bridge right there. Pretty cool.
When I got home, I realized this this covered bridge I went under was the oldest covered bridge in New Brunswick that you can still cross. It dead ends, so once you get across the bridge, there's nowhere else to go. But
Yeah, just some loose rock. That's fine. It's only 900 pounds. Yeah, my horn stopped working. Thanks, Denali. Wonder where that road goes. We'll never know. We're not on a GS. Oh, let's give it a beam. Oh, the map stopped working again. Wow, that's something you do not see very often anymore. Wow. That's gorgeous. And we're going to keep going. How's the coffee here?
Wonderful.
All right, I'll turn around. So sometimes I have to stop every mile because I lose connectivity to my navigation. Oh, now we know where we are. Okay, great. Thanks, BMW. Oh, that failed again. Of course it did.
Experimenting here with the Mavic Air 2S Active Track. Works pretty well as long as there are no trees around. And it does a nice job of kind of speeding up and then slowing down. You can see it's dodging the power lines, which is thankfully, and the lights. There's two modes you can do: follow me or parallel to me. And I just hit the follow me feature to see how that goes. But right now, this is the very northeastern tip of New Brunswick's little bit of islands. So I was out there. And now, of course, it's time for lunch. I thought, what better than to get some baked cod on the coast of New Brunswick, right off the pier. That's what I did. This is the best restaurant in town.
Oh, man. Wow. Wow. So, I think I'm correct. That's actually Quebec over there. And like Baie-Comeau is over there.
This is bad drivers. This is it was Acadian celebration week. As there were a lot of people trying to find parking. There was live music, flags, which is kind of cool. You can see here kind of the intercoastal line. It's very similar to Maine, New Brunswick. So if you've been to Maine and you want more of Maine, go to New Brunswick. But the added advantage here was that there are the cliffs. New Brunswick has cliffs. Maine does, but they're not as accessible. And so you have some really nice cliff sides that I'll show you guys here in this drone setup. So this is the Atlantic, obviously. And you can see some of the cliffs there. People are out there walking around, swimming, so it's very shallow. And you've got a lot of Irish heritage in this part of New Brunswick, so a lot of Irish Catholic churches around. It's nice, huh? Yeah, out there swimming, enjoying the nice summer day. Everyone in Canada wanted to see the R18, though. I had so many R18 people come up and say, "Whoa, is that a new BMW?" And it never gets old.
Well, this is Bathurst. And I wanted to go through it. The highway goes around it. I always like going through little towns like this. That's 10 minutes. But we're at the very end of the bay. So it's basically this is in the smallest part of the V of the bay. One part goes out to Gaspé, the other part goes out to New Brunswick. So we're going to be crossing, looks like two bridges here. Taking a right on the Murray Avenue. It's trying to get me back on the highway. That's really this map. Like, when the map goes away, if I'm on like a keep on this road for 30 miles kind of thing, it's not a problem. But when I'm trying to figure out where the fuck to go, it's so annoying. I'm totally lost now.
So at this point, we're actually at the we're heading back west towards Quebec. So we are following the ocean. I've been kind of trying to stay on the ocean side as much as possible, despite what the TFT kept telling me of staying on the interstate. But finally, I got back to basically the point where I would go to Gaspé National Park in Quebec, and I just basically headed straight west for the Maine, New Brunswick, Quebec border. I'm camping tonight right at the border of those two provinces in the state of Maine. But I've got a cool surprise for you in one of the future clips coming up here.
But again with the bros. and the boys out for a ride. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. If they notice me, what's gonna happen? Oh. I have not been to this crossing before, but it looks familiar though.
So I did have to pay a visit to the Four Corners Park. A lot of people start here and they go south to Key West, and then over to California, and then up to Washington. It's cool to see in person, get a photo of my bike at the Four Corners Monument. These family was staring at me weird, but it's a motorcycle thing, and they wouldn't understand, although they are enjoying the park.
All right, we're heading back to Canada. I'm camping over there, so we're gonna cross, set up camp, and then go into town and get some food, and it'll be a good night. There was no line here like 10 minutes ago. Of course the app's not working. But seriously, there was no line here 10 minutes ago. Amazing. Alright. We are back in Canada. We're given no shit for that visit. And now we're heading to the vehicle park in 3 miles. And then I'll come back in this area and get some dinner. But I want to get my tent set up before it gets dark, and then I'll come in town and party.
All right, nice park. We're paying 25 Canadian, by the way, for this. So $4. But I'm here. So it's supposed to be on the water, which could mean there are tons of bugs or a nice view. They're open 24 hours a day here. Wow.
I am going to get some pizza. It's actually a very, very nice restaurant. And it required slacks. I mean, I don't have any slacks on, so I'm going to go. Very excited. Adam, where are your gloves? I don't know.
So now it's Saturday, Sunday morning. We're officially in Quebec province, and we are heading, almost officially in Quebec province. We are heading, I'm going to follow the St. Lawrence River. So I'm not going to follow the interstate, the St. Lawrence River. So right now I'm going north towards St. Lawrence River, and then I'm going to head west to Quebec City, and then from there I have to hop on the interstate, and then through Drummondville, Sherbrooke, almost to Montreal, and then I head straight south through Vermont. So that's kind of the next few clips here, is now that we're in Quebec province. And the great thing about this ride through St. Lawrence River and all the kind of coastal villages was, yeah, I'm dancing, just hanging out, was the Sunday morning, very French, fresh baked bread, croissants, coffee. You know, while you're riding along the St. Lawrence River, you're going through these small towns that are just basically a church and like 20 houses, but all of them had just amazing smelling baked bread. So much that I actually ended up like stopping at 2 of them to grab croissants because it just smelled so good. I was doing U-turns. So this is me heading down towards the St. Lawrence River. Once I get down here, it's heading a left and just head west for like 100 miles. I mean, look at this view. Isn't this gorgeous? And I just love how this drone flies itself. It absorbs obstacles. It's like basically a self-flying drone. It's really impressive how far this oh shit. So I had to climb
I went up the stairs, I climbed over that door and walked over here to this tree, climbed in the tree, and the drone was right there. Luckily, I've got some damage protection on it, but everything's fine except for this guy. That's actually not that bad of a part to have to replace, but I think I had sideways sensors turned off. The sideways ones were off, and that's why it crashed into the tree. But hey, what a beautiful place to climb a tree.
So the video is almost over. We're basically almost Quebec City, and then from there it's just basically you're watching me do interstate for hundreds of miles, which I'm not going to put you through.
Oh, looks like the U.S. says you need vaccine proof now. That wasn't the case before. For a while, you could just enter with your passport. Well, since, you know, basically the way it works, Canada was requiring vaccine proof. But the U.S., I offered it up last time when I crossed Niagara Falls. The guy was like, no, I don't need that. It's very interesting. What if you have a picture only?
And back in Vermont. So Friday to 2 p.m. to Sunday at 2 p.m. and made it back home. Tired. I detailed the R18 and ready for the next adventure. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe.